Today's the kickoff of Elevate Park Hill. And what's so exciting about that is there's a neighborhood church, Centro Familar Nueva Vida, that's a Hispanic church in this neighborhood, as well as Springs Rescue Mission and Springs Calvary Church, all working together to kick off a ministry that's going to end up impacting this neighborhood over the years.
We
actually moved into this neighborhood back in October 2009. We've been praying for this community for a while before we moved into this neighborhood. And since then, this neighborhood has been in our hearts. And the reason why is because we noticed that most of the Hispanics live in this area. And also when it comes to household income, we noticed that most of the poorest people here in town are in this area.
Here with Springs Calvary, we're located I-25 in Woodman. Well, the question was asked, why are we here? And I think that it's just an excellent opportunity to connect with another church that really, without Springs Rescue Mission, we may have never even known about.
I'm Donna, and I speak English, and this is Silvio, and she speaks Spanish, and we live in the same town.
Because we've got two totally different churches, a church from the north side, a church from the south side, coming together, two ethnicities, joining together and serving the body of Christ. And it's really exciting.
Seeing this come together with other churches just shows the true body of Christ.
As a pastor of this church, we believe that we need to be a tangible way of telling people that we care about them, a tangible way of saying we love you and we are concerned about your need. How are we going to be a tangible church if we don't supply their needs as well?
Here today, we're blessing the community different ways. We have bouncy houses for the children. We have face paintings. We have different games that they can play. We also had a free lunch that everyone was able to participate in. Everyone got food. No one left here hungry. We had food that they can take home. We have a pantry, and we were able to bless them with food. We were able to bless each member of the family with clothes, from babies to adults. We were able to give the whole family clothing. We also were giving out furniture. So a lot of people were able to go home today with furniture they didn't have in their home. And whatever we weren't able to give out today, they were placed on a list to be called. And we didn't say no to anyone in need on this day.
Well, these needed items are significant because they end up helping a single mom with kids make a choice between the paying a rent or getting clothes for their kids, or the getting some food or paying the utility bill. So it's literally keeping people from falling off the cliff, as well as in this setting, it's in the midst of relationship and people touching their lives.
One of the biggest concerns that we have as pastors has to do with where will I get the fund to do this? Where will I get the resources to mobilize the church or to supply the need of the community? But it was great that Spring Rescue Mission came along. They said, let us be part of this. Let us help us with the resources that you need, with the logistics about getting this event going. And it was amazing how they were able to come along. They provided the furniture, they provided food, and they made it easy because they also were able to mobilize a group of people to work along our side as a church. So the experience with Spring Rescue Mission, it was amazing, and I would recommend that to any other pastor that want to reach out to their community as well.
Some have said this is Springs Rescue Mission on location. What this is all about is taking the things that we do well and bringing it on location.
Well, Springs Rescue Mission has a thing on their website called Neighbor Base, and we were involved in getting our people to sign up for Neighbor Base, and then we had an event that was set up with a list of all of the different projects that people could be a part of. And then we literally just went on and clicked a link and said, I want to sign up for this or I want to sign up for that. And then all the emails were automated through there. It was a great process, and it really allowed the church to just be about serving, and we didn't have to go through all the administrative hoops that you have to do when you have an outreach. Springs Rescue Mission really handled that for us.
we teamed up with Springs Calvary Church and Pastor Jesus's church. And basically we talked to both pastors and said, they had this idea to do this outreach, and so we went to Springs Calvary and we did a promotional with them, and they rounded up all the volunteers. We sent emails out, we used Neighbor Base, all of that to bring them together. And then we also talked with Pastor Jesus, and he rounded up his congregation, and we gave him sign-up sheets and said, okay, this is what we need. And then today was the big day where we all came together, had an orientation, and basically just gave everybody their jobs and distributed them, and really, it was great because they all just came together and worked well. Everybody was flexible.
Well, we're all part of the same body, and it's important for us to do something where we reach out to other churches, and we really don't expect anything in return.
Our goal is not to do a one-time thing. This is great that we are able to get so many people. This is great that we can have the community know that we're here. But what's important is the follow-up afterwards.
Over a period of time, there's going to be trust built, and as a result, things like life skill classes and vocational training and parenting kinds of classes and life coaching and things like that are all going to take place alongside a weekly or monthly food pantry and the handing out of needed items.
But we want people to see that we are coming to them like Christ. Christ came to us. We didn't go to him. He came to us so we could reach, we could have salvation. It's the same thing that we're doing. The church is called to be mobilized. The church is called to be reaching out to people because who is going to tell them about salvation if we don't go to them? How are we going to be a tangible church if we don't supply their needs as well? I believe that as a pastor of any church, it's important that the community know that we are here and that they're important to us.
I would really encourage other ministries, other pastors, other churches to get involved in this elevating neighborhoods, really calling them up. It's an excellent opportunity. Springs Rescue Mission and Elevate have really made it to where it's not difficult. You can jump right in, and all you got to do is call them. I really would encourage you to do it. I know Springs Calvary is going to be calling them again and doing more ministry opportunities like this.
So, Pastor, it's really easy to get started. It's just simply call the Springs Rescue Mission and ask for Russ Goslin, that's me, and we'll end up sitting down and talking about how we can end up serving you and your neighborhood.